Welcome back. This is part two of a little mini campaign I'm running for the Walking Dead All Out War. In the previous scenario, Sarah and was looking for her daughter who had disappeared shortly after the, zombie outbreak had happened. Still a lot of confusion of what was going on. And went to a local park and found her, luckily, and managed to escape. At this point, she is continuing on foot to make their way back to their home. And in this scenario, which I have titled Through the Woods, they have come through a little wooded area and they must make it basically across from this point to the opposite side. A couple little wrinkles, I guess, I have thrown in this particular scenario is there's a car wreck here, and basically it happened a short time ago, and it's had the following effects on the game. For one, it has raised the threat level from 1 to 4 because of the chaos and the noise. Things are a little bit more dangerous, and so we'll start with the threat level at 4. And the other, and along with that, is it will summon 4 more zombies than originally planned. And the way I will do that is I have this little noise token, which I got from the Zombicide board game, for those who may not recognize it. And that'll be my center point. And I will roll these two 10-sided dice. The black one will be a direction based on where the point is pointing. That's where the zombie will come from. And the red will be the distance in inches that it'll be, and this will be the center point. And if any point that they would have spawned off the map, I will continue clockwise until they're on the edge of the map. So let's go ahead and place those now. So the first one is roughly this direction, and he's 1 inch away. So basically he is up against the car, we'll say. And then for the second one, we will roll for that. And this one is going to be this direction, and it'll be 10 inches. Let's see if they can reach 10 inches. They certainly can. Of course, it's right where my marker is. So I'm going to move that to there. And this zombie is here. For the next one, we will go ahead and roll again. 8 inches this direction. So it is roughly here. And for the final one, it will be 9 inches straight up. So we're going to put it right about there. And this will represent extra zombies that have been attracted to the noise from the car wreck. The second thing, also dealing with the car wreck, is that there's a chance that there's a survivor in the car, in one of the vehicles. And the way we're going to represent that is whenever Sarah or Chelsea search one of those vehicles, after the search roll is done, I will roll 2 black dice. And in rolling the black dice, if at least one shield appears, there is a survivor, and I've already picked out the survivor for that. And if there are 2 blanks rolled, then it's actually a zombie that will be in the vehicle. There will only be 1 survivor, but I will roll for each vehicle. So potentially there could be 2 zombies. There could be 1 survivor and 1 zombie. There could be nothing. It's just how it could happen out. So anyway, just a little bit of randomness to add to the game that I wanted to put in there. And so without anything else, let's go ahead and get started. So what I want to do is I need to, ultimately my objective is to get from this end to this other end. However, finding another survivor that potentially could be used in the next scenario would be incredibly handy, but at the moment there's quite a bit of danger. So I think what I will do is I am going to have Sarah, she is going to run, she is going to run to right here. Since she ran, she made noise, so we will, the nearest zombie within 10, which I believe is going to, yeah, definitely going to be that one, will basically shamble, and I'll say we'll stop here. The second thing Sarah's going to do is she's going to use her Stay Calm leader ability to reduce the threat level, because Chelsea has a nerve of low, and so that's not very good for this, especially early in the game. So she's going to go ahead and try to reduce, and she will reduce the threat by 2, so it will go down to 2. Chelsea, which by the way, I went ahead and made stats from Chelsea for those who watched last time. She is a support character. She has 1 red die in melee, 1 red in defense, nothing in shoot, low nerve, 3 hit points. And her rule, which I just put on there, probably won't matter yet anyway, but if she's ever targeted by a survivor to be shot at, they have to roll a black die. If they roll a shield, they can shoot at her normally. If they roll a blank, they either have to choose a different target or choose a different action. She's a kid. Stole that from somewhere. And I thought it was appropriate, so I went ahead and did that. So that is the end of her move, and so we're going to go with Chelsea. At the moment, Chelsea is going to stick close to her mom. She is going to just sneak. And then she is also going to try to reduce the threat level. I think with her low threat, I've never played anyone with a low threat. It could be a potential hazard though. So we're going to roll for her. She did get a shield, and so the threat level will go down by 1, which is pretty fantastic, if you ask me. So the next will be the event phase, and so we will look for kill zones, but nobody's in the kill zone. So now we'll draw an event card. Won't stay down. For low and all quiet, which is we're in all quiet, for each prone zombie, roll a black die. If you roll a shield, they stand up. However, there's no prone walkers, so the directions are just to raise the threat level by 1. So that's not too bad. And I definitely was planning on the threat level going up, so it was good to stay quiet. So I think there's no melee, so threat won't go up. There's nothing going on in the end phase, and so we go back to the action phase. I think what I will have... Oh my. I'm probably getting a little chancy here. I can do it. So Sarah is a runner. So I am going to... I'm not sure what I'm going to do. So I think Sarah is going to be a little chancy. She's going to go ahead and sneak. I'm sorry. Before she does anything, she's going to go ahead and reduce the threat level. Reduces it back to 1, so no big deal. She is going to sneak and put herself, and she has the runner so she can hop the fence. She's going to go ahead and put herself in base contact with that zombie. And then, let's see. Chelsea is also going to run. So she is going to run here, and then she's going to attempt to jump the fence. If she rolls a shield, she successfully jumps over, and she will put herself basically in base contact with the park bench. If she fell, she is stuck there, and that's the end of her movement. She is stuck, so she does not get to jump over. But she did run, and so she creates noise. This zombie is engaged, so it will not leave. But this one, oh boy, I did not plan that very well. This one is close enough, and oh yeah, this could be bad. This one actually moves into base contact with Chelsea, so I definitely didn't plan that one out very good. That is the end of that. We would trigger kill zones again, but again, no one else is in kill zones. And then we'll do the event. Event is Pandemonium. First thing we do is raise the threat level by 1, so it goes to 2. We're still in all quiet, so each player rolls a white die, and we'll move that many zombies toward them. Well, there's only one player in this case. So we will roll the die. We're going to roll 2 zombies. So I think what I want to do is this one is going to come over this way. Whoops. And this one is just going to come into the fence. We'll go to the melee phase. Is there melee? Yes, there is. I'm going to go ahead and move this over here. So it'll move to 3. And then we will do melee. So let's do Sarah first. Sarah has 1 white die if she attacks, or 2 red die if she defends. I think I'm going to go ahead and defend in this case. And the zombie will attack, so the zombie will roll 1 hit. And Sarah will get 2. Sarah 1, she will basically, the zombie's up against the trash can, so really can't move. So effectively Sarah will move back 1, but because she damaged the zombie will be knocked down. Now, here comes the tricky. We've got Chelsea in with a zombie. Both will have 1 die each. I'm just going to have Chelsea attack. I don't think there's any reason not to. So the first die will be the zombie for 1 hit, and Chelsea for also 1 hit. So she won. Doesn't do any damage, but she will still push the zombie back. So it could have been bad, but it worked out okay. That is the end of the melee. Now we are going to roll to see if the zombie that was knocked down stands up. So on a shield it will. It does not, it stays down. Definitely good for us. Nothing else to check. I think the next thing that we are going to do is Chelsea. Actually don't feel too good about that. All right. Sarah is just going to move up to here as a sneak action, and she is going to search. So she'll take the token off, and she will draw a card out of the supplies. She got an ammo reload, so somebody had a backpack full of ammo. Doesn't really matter because she doesn't have a gun. So she still has the horse pills from last time, and then the ammo. But, you know, that's okay. You never know when you might need them. So that's her 2 actions. Chelsea is going to... Chelsea's going to have to sneak away. I'm afraid she is going to get hurt if she doesn't do otherwise. So that will actually work, hopefully. Nothing terrible will happen. She's going to move here and try to put this tree in between her and that zombie. Probably can't see it too well, but there she is, up on the other side of this tree. That was her first action, and her second one is she's just going to go ahead and try to reduce the threat level again, unsuccessfully. That zombie really rattled her nerves. So now we're going to go to the event phase. Let's see, we're going to look for kill zones. Actually, that zombie is outside of her kill zone. That zombie actually is also outside of the kill zone, just barely. So nothing happens there. We'll go to draw the event card. The threat level goes up by 1. We're back into low. And so this one's called the Hunger. Each player moves 1 eligible walker toward the nearest survivor. So that is going to be me. There's only 1 player. So I'm going to just move this one. Oh, well, actually. Yeah, I think that is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to move this one to there. She is not quite touching the fence, so I'm going to say that that is not a melee in this particular case. There's no melee. There's nothing going. Oh, I'm sorry. End phase, we need to roll to see if the zombie stands up. It does not. It's still down. So that is good. Back to the action phase. So now we're going to have to make some choices here. Um, I am going to have Chelsea. Chelsea is going to run. To here. Because she ran, she made noise. The nearest zombie in 10, definitely this one, is going to move forward. And so this zombie is going to come to here. And that's pretty close. It may or may not have worked. Her second action is to try to reduce the threat level, which she was successful, so it's back into all quiet. Sarah, kind of cheesy, but being the runner that she is, she can just totally jump over stuff. She is going to run back to here. Running made noise, so the nearest zombie in 10, which will be this one, will creep straight toward her. And that actually will put it, oops, knocked over a tree, put it into base contact with that tree. I don't think it's going to matter too much here in a minute, but oh man, tree falls over, you knock over fences. Should be an event card. Destroy all models that it hits. So that is her first action, and her second action will go ahead and we will reduce the threat level by 1, so it's back to 2. To the event phase. There, I'm going to move this tree for a moment. That zombie is within the kill zone, so this zombie will come around and engage Sarah. And then we will draw off the event. Frayed nerves. And we are in all quiet, so it says one model with low nerve of the player's choice makes noise. Well, guess what? That is going to be Chelsea because she is low, so she's going to make noise. So this zombie is no longer eligible because it's in contact, and this one's down. Not that it matters. This is the closest one, and almost, but not quite, 10 inches. Or, I mean, just slightly over 10 inches, so nothing will happen, so we're kind of lucky there. She's freaking out, which, you know, thematically that's appropriate. Melee phase, yes, there's melee here with Sarah and the zombie. Then, let's see. So the zombie will roll 1 die. Sarah, you know, I'm going to have Sarah attack. I don't usually do that with her. At least not if she didn't have a weapon, but we're going to try. So we're going to roll 1 white die for Sarah and 1 red die for the zombie. Oh, hey, that worked out pretty well. So not only did she win, but she also got the headshot marker, which is this one here. If she wins, she actually kills the zombie. So 1 dead zombie. That did work out quite well. That was pretty good. Okay, so into melee phase, we're going to go to the end phase. We're going to roll for the zombie to see if it stands up. It still does not stand up. So fortuitous for us the next round. I think, see, we might start with Chelsea. Is that within 4? Yes. So Chelsea is going to sneak back, and then she's going to search. That token there. And so she'll draw off the supply. Found an old gun. It's a ranged weapon, shoots 10 inches. It's considered unreliable and adds 1 red die to a ranged attack. So she currently has a gun in her hand. I think what will happen next So Sarah is going to first, I think she's going to make noise. And it's going to cause this zombie to move toward her. So since he's up against the cover, he will basically come around the corner to here. She's trying to lead them away to reduce how much is over there. And then she is going to basically run to here. It wasn't in the original plans, but with all those zombies spawning on this side of those vehicles. Oh man, apologize for the uprooting trees. But anyway, because of that, I think it's worthwhile that they go around. So she ran. There's no eligible zombies within 10, so nothing else happens. Go to the event phase. There's no zombies in the kill zone, so we're going to draw the event card. Won't stay down. Perfect. So this, we're in the all quiet. It says for each prone walker, roll a black die on a shield that immediately stands up. Guess what? It stands up. Of course it does. But hey, it stayed down for, what, 3 rounds. That's pretty good. So I'm not going to complain there. And the threat level didn't go up. So that also worked out. So I think the first action... I think Chelsea is just going to sneak a little ways, and then she's going to try to reduce the threat level. And then Sarah is going to also sneak. Yeah, shouldn't be any problem. She's going to come up to here, and she's going to use her other action to give the ammo reload to Chelsea. Hey, it's a zombie apocalypse. We trust kids with guns, so why not? It gives her something to defend herself, because she's really not that good at it. So we'll go to the event phase. There's no melee. There's no walkers within kill zones. So we will draw. Hey, it's pandemonium again. We'll go up by 1. So now we're into low threat. We are going to roll 1 blue die and move that many eligible walkers towards the nearest survivor. Ooh, and then 1 white dice worth of walkers will interplay. So we will move 1 eligible walker toward them. I think I'm just going to... This one's going to move to them, and he's going to get caught up on the fence. I know that's lame, but that's what we're going to do. Now we're going to see if how many walkers appear. Uh-oh, 2 walkers appear. So that's kind of a bummer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this spot as the center, and I'm just going to roll the 10-sided dice to see what edge they come on. Okay, so maybe not roll it in the fence. So, that's not good. There's 1 right there. It's not too far away. And then we'll do it again. I'll roll this off to the side. That's no bueno. That puts another 1 there. So, 2 more come in. There is no melee, so the threat level doesn't go up. There's nothing going on in the end phase, so we are back to Sarah and Chelsea's turn. So I think what we will do, this is kind of a little bit of a conundrum. I kind of want them to be further away. Let me think here. I don't typically think too far ahead in a game, but I'm going to this time. So Chelsea is going to run, and she's going to run to here. That will create noise, and so we're going to see who's the closest zombie to her. This one is about 8 inches. This one is less than 8 inches. Okay, so it's going to be this one. So this one is going to shamble toward her because of the noise. Right to here. And then Chelsea's next action is to try to reduce the threat level, which she did not do. Sarah's next action is to go ahead and reduce the threat level. I'll go ahead and use her ability. Reduces it by 2, puts it back down to 2. And then Sarah is going to also sneak and put herself into base contact with that zombie. Actually, she is not. She is going to stop right there. That's what we'll do. Okay, so now it is time for the event phase. That zombie is in the kill zone. They're equal distance, so I'm going to say she's just right there. So in this case, it's going to be 2-on-1, which will help a little bit. The only thing is that what one survivor does, the other survivor does. So they either both attack or they both defend. So I think what's going to happen in this case, oh, I'm sorry, we're getting ahead of ourselves. So that's that. We need to draw for the event card, and then we'll get into melee. My bad. Okay, we are in all quiet. Move one eligible walker to the nearest survivor. So they're all eligible. So I think what I'm going to do, this might be a little dangerous, but I have a plan. We'll see. We're going to move this walker toward them. Like that. Okay, now we're going to get into melee. Melee will raise the threat level by 1. But anyway, as I was saying, what one survivor does, the other one will if they're engaged in the same melee. So I think they're both going to attack. So Sarah will add a white, Chelsea will add a red, and the zombie will have a red. So the zombie will roll, and he gets 1 hit. And then the mom and daughter team will get 2, but they don't get a headshot, which is kind of a bummer. I was kind of hoping for it. So it's going to push the zombie 1 inch away and knock it down. So, I was really hoping for a better result, but hey, that's how it goes sometimes. So after this, we will go to the end phase. We will see if that zombie stands up, and it does not. So that is at least good. Nothing else is happening. We're going to go back to the action phase. You know, something I have been forgetting doing is the threat level is supposed to go up 1 every turn, and I have forgotten to do that. So I'm not going to go back and try to remember how many turns, but I will go ahead and raise the threat level, and I'll try to remember that from now on. Gosh, I don't know. I kind of want to go for that truck, but I kind of also think I should just get off the board. Okay, we are probably getting a little dangerous, but we are going to try this out anyway. So Sarah is going to go ahead and just reduce the threat level. It only goes down by 1. That's not what I was wanting. And then her second action is to run. And she is going to run over here. Because she makes noise, she'll attract the zombie. That's close enough. He is just going to shamble into her. I think Chelsea is just going to sneak. Let's not try to push it too much. And then she will try to go ahead and reduce the threat level just because, which she does, and it goes down by 1. Okay, no other walkers within the kill zone, so we'll go ahead and draw the event card. Oh, the Walking Dead, that's a bummer. So the threat level immediately goes up by 2. We are in the low threat stage. And then 2 white dice enter play, and the same walkers are then moved toward the nearest survivors. Oh my gosh, we could totally lose the game right here. Alright, so how many walkers are entering play? 2. Not the most terrible. So let's kind of do it random. I know you actually get to choose it, but I'm still keeping up with my random idea. Not as terrible as it could have been. So we're going to say this one appears basically here. And then we'll go ahead and place the other one, and then we'll move them. This is the one I was concerned about. So this one appears here. Not the worst thing, but not great either. So they're going to move to the nearest. We are about 7, and we are a little less than 7. So this one will shamble to here. Whoa, that's getting in my face. And then I think Sarah is the closest. So that one actually will walk into the tree. Is there melee? The answer is yes. Threat level goes to 5. And I'm still going to try. I'm just going to defend. I kind of want to attack, but I just kind of have a bad feeling that she's going to get bit or something. So the zombie gets 1 hit. I got 1, it defended, so it pushes the zombie back. Actually, that's not really what I wanted to happen, but that's okay. And the zombie goes down. That's the end of melee. Let's see if the zombies stand up. So the one that she just knocked down, we will check for. It does indeed stand up. And then the one behind Chelsea does not stand up. The end of the turn, because I've been forgetting, the threat level goes up by 1. Okay, Sarah is going to reduce the threat level. I think we're going back to the action phase. Reduces it by 1. And then Sarah will sneak to here. Actually, Sarah will sneak to about there. Chelsea, I'm going to be a little risky. Chelsea's going to run. That's her first action. She's going to run to here. Who is the closest? So that one's about 5. That one's 4.5. Let's get that right. They are about the same distance. So this one we'll move toward her, and we'll get caught up on Sarah. And then Chelsea is going to search. Now this could be risky because I could find a zombie here, and that would be bad. So we're going to search. We will draw the supply. It was nothing. What a bummer. Just some empty trash on the back of the truck. Now, this is where we're going to roll 2 black dice. If I get at least 1 shield, there's a survivor in it. If I get 2 blanks, there's a zombie in there, and everything else doesn't matter. I got the shield, so there is a survivor. So, this is the survivor that will be in there. His name is Jack. And there's going to be some special rules there about Jack. So, anyway, to kind of give you a specs on Jack, he's a marksman, 1 red melee, 1 red white, 1 red defense, has 4 hit points. His special rules are expert shot, so when he shoots, he can force the target to give up 1 of their cover dice if there's a die for cover. That'll be Jack, and Jack will have a shotgun in there, which adds 1 red die to the attack roll, has a range of 20 inches, causes mayhem when it fires. Mayhem is worse than noise. We'll just do it like that. So the special rule on the survivor. So there is a survivor in there. However, it will take one action from either Sarah or Chelsea to basically wake up the survivor and get him to where he can come out. On the survivor's first action, they only get one action. And that represents them trying to get out of the vehicle and being disoriented. And then after that, they act normally. So Chelsea is out of action, so he is stuck in the truck, essentially. Now we'll go to the event phase. We're going to look for kill zones. So he is not in the kill zone, which is good because that guy's stuck in the truck. So then we'll go and draw the event card. Grim Recognition, +1 threat. This is at all threat levels. That awful moment when you recognize the walker's face. A player will choose any survivor within the standing walker's kill zone. The chosen survivor must panic on its next action. Place this card face up with the survivor card to remind you. So there's only one, and that is Sarah. So Sarah didn't realize that the guy she's fighting, maybe someone at a convenience store that she recognized, used to see him every day when she'd stop in for coffee or something. So on her next action, she will have to roll the panic die. That is a no bueno for certain. So that's the end of the event. We're going to go into melee. There is melee. The threat level's at 7. And now we will engage in combat. Sarah's going to take a chance. She's freaking out, but she's going to take a chance. So she is going to go ahead and attack. That is her goal. We just hope it works out for her. You know, it worked out beautifully. The zombie didn't get anything. She got 2 hits plus the headshot. So she kills the guy, and he is gone, which is good because she needed that zombie to go away. That's the end of the melee. We're going to see if that zombie stands up. It does not. Nothing else goes on. At the end of the turn, the threat level will go to 8. Now here's the problem. Once it gets into medium, Chelsea has to start rolling the threat die. Rolling the panic die. Jack. Jack has a medium nerve as well, so he's okay until it gets to high. So kind of an issue there. So what we are going to do is let's go ahead and start with Chelsea. Chelsea is going to use her action to basically revive the survivor. And so he is conscious. And then she's going to try to reduce the threat level. What she does, she succeeded, so it's down to 7. That survivor, for his first action, he is basically just going to sneak to here, not too far away. And that will be his only action because, it took him a little bit to get out of the car. Now we're going to see what Sarah does. So here is the gamble. Sarah, what is that one? Sarah screams. Is that not awesome? So she screams, she'll make noise, and then she's eligible to take 1 action. So the threat level is going to go up by 1. She's going to scream, so she makes noise. So the nearest zombie within 10 inches moves toward her. So that one is about 5.5. That one is just slightly further, so it's going to be this one. And unfortunately, he's going to shamble right into her. So that will engage her in combat, so she will actually lose her action. No bueno. Okay, so we're going to look at kill zones. There's nobody within kill zones. We'll draw the event card. Please, zombies, don't start moving. It is too quiet. Threat level goes up by 1. Uh-oh, now we're in medium. The groans get louder. Add 2 to the threat level. Uh-oh, so the threat level is now at 11. That is not good. We are so close to getting away, and that is not good at all. So we're going to go to, is there melee? Yes, the threat is at 12. And now we're going to fight. So Sarah is going to just go all out and try to kill the zombie. We're just going to do that. Uh-oh. No bueno. The zombie hits her for 2 hits. 1, 2. And she is bitten. that is not good. So there is the bite. And then what we will do also in the end phase is we will roll to see if the bite, if the infection continues to hurt her. Basically, we'll roll a black die, and if it comes up with a shield, she's good. If it comes up blank, she takes an additional wound. And that will happen every round until she either dead or the round's over or the game's over. So not good at all. Now, that is the end of the melee phase. We're going to go to the end phase. First, we'll roll to see if that zombie stands up, which he does not. And now we're going to roll to see if that bite affects her some more. She rolled a shield. She is good. Nothing else happens. Okay. Here's where it gets a little dicey because she is stuck. So she gets no actions. That would be Sarah. If Chelsea reacts first, then she has to roll the panic die. So I don't think Jack is going to do a whole lot, unfortunately. So here's what we're going to do. Jack is going to put himself into base contact there. I'm sorry, before Jack moved, he was going to try to reduce the threat, which he did by 1, and then he'll move into base contact. And now let's see what Chelsea's going to do. Please don't scream. Oh, hey, this is kind of like the last game. Chelsea goes berserk, essentially. So she acts normally, and she gets to add 1 red die to the melee attack, and the threat level goes up by 1. So she's mad. So the first thing that she's going to do is she's going to go ahead and try to reduce the threat level, which she does. Not that it really is going to matter. And then she is going to sneak into combat with this guy. We are now in the event phase. No one have to worry about kill zones, so let's flip the thing. Feeding frenzy. We are at medium. So we are going to roll 1 black die for every survivor engaged with a walker. This could not have happened at the worst time. On a shield, they lose 1 health. So let's go ahead and start with Sarah. She did not. We will start with, then we'll go to Chelsea. She doesn't, and then we'll go to Jack. And Jack doesn't. Wow, he lucked out there. Okay, after that, we will then roll 1 blue die and move that many eligible walkers to the nearest survivor. So we are going to move 2. So we're going to move this one basically to here. And this one, and he's just going to bump right into the thing. I know it's cheesy, but I'm doing it anyway. Okay, so now we get into combat. So here's how this is going to work. The zombie will roll its 1. Sarah is going to attack. Chelsea is going to attack. And Jack is going to attack. So the zombie rolls, gets 1. Wow, they won the combat, but they did not kill it. So the best way is to move him this way and then knock him down. Okay, so there's that. End phase, let's roll for this zombie back here. Does not stand up. Rolls for the one they just knocked down. Does not stand up. Let's check out Sarah. Uh-oh. Sarah's wound affects her and she's down to 2 hit points. Not good at all. So we, the end, we raise the threat level by 1 and begin the next turn. So we're going to start with Chelsea. I know I shouldn't do it, but I'm going to. Chelsea, got the question mark. I've never got that one. Terrified, can only perform 1 action this turn. Well, you know what? She's just going to run off the board. Boop. So she's gone. Sarah is going to run off the board, and so is Jack. They're just going to leave. And so that will be the end of the scenario. They did successfully make it off the board. They actually rescued a survivor. However, Sarah's been bit. And so next time we will talk about what that's going to do for Sarah's character. And then we'll also talk about experience points. I am kind of doing an experience point system. And so I probably should have spent my one red die, is how it basically works out on the melee. That might have kept her from getting bit. But anyway, neither here nor there. We'll talk about that next time. Worked out pretty good. Did get a little dicey. It to me felt a little more threatening with all the zombies appearing. And the threat level being a little bit higher, I think, did change. I guess it didn't change a whole lot because I totally forgot to adjust it like I should have. But I guess if I would have, we would have been in high threat most likely, and game might have gone south, which I don't know that I considered an ultimate success because the survivor got bit, but you know, it still was what it was. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.